Had to bring him in the frame there. Welcome to episode 60. Ooh, 60. That's what sports today is. You know how I usually say the dates. It's Cinco de Mayo, May 5th in the Big 26. Yeah, Luke's hitting that shit right now. Welcome to Swiss Army Sports. I'm your host, Will Spain, former long snapper for the Troy Trojans, Osby Governors, and partially Houston Cougars. Joined by my side, former offensive lineman for the Hendrix College Warriors, current man of electricity, Luke the Nuke Wallman. Got some storms rolling in again tonight, so we'll see how the Wi-Fi and power hold up. For those who were there for, I believe, episode 57, things got iffy. Today's agenda, college baseball picks of the week recap. It's a big week for me and Luke. We put a little distance between them. Well, it's a big week for me. Luke survived. Luke survived. NASCAR Texas recap, all three series, NBA playoff recap, NHL playoff recap. We're in the second round of both those now. Buy and sell playoff teams. The producer, last minute call in on this segment. I'm excited to talk about it. Really good idea. MLB power rankings, per usual, on our beginning of the week episode. Can't even call it a Monday episode anymore. Life. Hey, we're looking for sponsors, by the way. So if you're listening to this and have a business, we take any sponsors. Unless you run like a...
I was about to say...
there are sponsors actually we won't take, now that I say that. However, within good judgment, we take any sponsors. MLB Power Rankings, MLB Due to the Week, a.k.a. Duties Awards. Swiss Army 5, top 5 NHL playoff environments. Looked at this. We're all pretty in agreement here. And the best of the weekend, let's get right into it. Head first, college baseball picks of the week. I did it again. Everybody was on A&M. Same team, by the way. And I was like, you know what? War Eagle, ride with Auburn. They get a 2-1 series victory in College Station. Auburn team clicking at the right time, kind of making the final. We're in turn 4 in terms of NASCAR. We're in the 5th round. And Auburn's starting to get hot at the right time. I thought A&M had looked a little shaky as of late.
Now, didn't they play a doubleheader? So that might have had to play a little bit of it. Because I think
I mentioned that, actually, that this was going to play a role, that they would at least split the doubleheader. They did. Well, actually, they did not. Excuse me. Auburn won both games. And then A&M won by 1 on Sunday.
I think they murdered them in that first game.
Oh, yeah. It was a demoralizing loss for A&M in that first one. Talk about demoralizing for your boy over here. Texas did get the 2-1 victory over State. Me and Luke were on State.
Well, I want to clarify this too.
No clarifications needed.
I was driving to Starkville, and I thought that was a Tennessee logo. But yeah, I still rode with the dogs. I was down there, so.
Yeah, that's kind of why I thought you did it. Michael, again, who goes to State, and Chase both were on Texas. State had a 5-0 lead in this game. Ended up losing 11-6. That was brutal. We were all in Arkansas against Ole Miss. They got a 2-1 series win. Jacksonville State, who, again, I kind of threw this one out there to see if y'all would do y'all's research. They're like 30th in the RPI. They're heading to, again, Missouri State ain't no slouch. They beat Arkansas. I mean, good team. 2-1 series victory for the Gamecocks on the road, who whooped Jack State. Hate them, but they got the dub for me. I was the only one on Jack State. We all missed on Oklahoma. Shocker. I mean, the SEC is a fucking gauntlet, dude.
Just Florida in general is the most confusing college baseball team in the land.
Oh, 100%.
So it's insane. Because I think they have like the most quad 1 wins, but they have like the most quad 3 and 4 losses or whatever.
They do not win the midweek at all.
Insane.
Arizona State got a 2-1 series victory over UCF. Me and Luke were on that. Michael and Chase were on UCF. And then we all missed the Battle of the Mormons and the Utes. We were all on BYU. Utah's been pretty atrocious this year. I guess BYU is too. 2-1 series victory for the Utes. I am totally done picking mid-Big 12 baseball because that has come back to bite me in the ass multiple times now. Moving on to our records. This is a rarity and a half.
I know.
Luke's in first, 39-20. Second, at 38-21. Chase is in third at 37-22, and the producer is in the punishment zone at 36-23. We could have 3 members at the 9 for 9 challenge at the Burns this summer, brother, because there's only 10 days left of the college baseball season.
Who's going to drive?
We'll have to get William Blake into this. He works for the Birds. He's going to be there. Speedy Cash 250. NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. We rode the Dente in the trucks as well. After getting the win at Talladega, Carson Hocevar comes up and whoops on the young boys in the Truck Series. P1 for the 77, riding the Dente color scheme. It was beautiful. Not a bad pick. Solowich had an okay day, ran 17th, and right behind you, Tony Bredger in 18th for Chaser. Texas delivered, by the way. I mean, I don't know if you caught any of the racing. It was, Luke was down at Zach Bryan and Starkville, which is why he missed last episode, by the way, guys. We did not preface that. The racing was good at Texas. A lot of speed, a lot of
going left and fast.
Going left and fast, brother. But it was all super competitive. Hocevar ran away with the green white checker, though. I mean, I completely missed on Austin Dillon in the Indy's Frozen Custard 340 in the O'Reilly Series. He came in 23rd. Sheldon Creed had another top 10 finish for Luke, came in 6th. I don't blame you. I'd keep riding it. Justin Allgaier for Chaser came in 2nd, and Kyle Larson got the job done in the 88, being a ringer for Junior Motorsports, or Hendrick. I don't even know who technically owns that car in the Xfinity Series. It's a Hendrick number anyway. And then in the Cup Series, Chris Buescher has not had a top 10. I was wrong on the last podcast in Texas. I picked it based on me thinking he had top 10s in Texas because he's from Texas. Well, he comes out and gets P5. So that was electric. And that put me in 2nd in our pick'em. Chase came in 1st with a P4 with, Jordan's 45, Tyler Reddick. Luke had the fastest car. This was nuts. Lance Riggs, or whoever the hell's in the 34.
The 38.
No, 34. It was the Love's 34.
Hit the wall and then came all the way down and
it came all the way back up and then hit the 20 car driving by. Felt so bad for Christopher Bell.
Also, shout out Joey Logano. I don't know whose fault that was in the pits.
Logano.
Okay, or he absolutely just.
Well, actually, there's actually a lot to talk about in this race. We got that. We got Kyle Busch. 2 separate incidents. One, Carson Hocevar just made a pass and Kyle Busch got pissed.
Well,
of course.
Kyle Busch in my NASCAR lineup, and that's why I dropped from 1st to 3rd.
Kyle Busch then just completely wrecks John Hunter Nemechek in the last round. I mean, just drives right into his door. And so I'm watching the race, and they're like, oh, a car goes around. They're going to stay green. I'm like, how the hell wrecked?
Oh, that was him that did that?
Busch put him in the damn wall. And you could say it was justified, but you go back and look at the smart track. I mean, dude, it was marginal. They just got into each other, and he was in P15. I don't know.
No, he was all the way up at P10 on one of those final laps. And I think it was the 5th or 5th.
Yeah, maybe he dropped back
and
P15.
Then he dropped all the way back somehow to 18.
The contact they made, and he just drove him into the wall. I mean, it was Kyle Busch. And also, Ty Gibbs just completely railroaded Ryan Preece. Just ran right into him. A lot of drama in the Texas race.
Get wrecked out?
No, Larson just spun himself out. Kyle Larson, man, he's having a rough year, which is really weird for such a great driver. The Hendricks cars haven't been great, but speaking of, Chase Elliott wins at Texas. Who I found out is Miller's favorite driver, by the way, which makes so much sense. Miller's such a likable guy. Chase Elliott, I guess, is technically likable. He's a very punchable face to me. So I'm not a big Chase Elliott fan.
Isn't that most NASCAR drivers, though?
I would say so, probably. But I'm not a big Chase Elliott fan. Not a big fan of the Nepo baby drivers. And he is definitely that. And
so
he won.
You don't like Gibbs either?
No. I hate Ty Gibbs. Yeah, we hate Ty Gibbs over here. NBA playoffs, Luke. Let's get into it. Second round now, we got 1 Thunder, 4 Lakers, 6 Timberwolves, 2 Spurs, 3 Knicks, 7 Sixers, 1 Pistons, 4 Cavs. We've had 2 games being played so far. Let's talk about the one that was obvious, the one that I thought that was going to happen. The Knicks it was game 1 all over again for the 76ers. Same thing they did with Boston. So, hey, maybe it's setting up for them, right? They get absolutely railroaded by the Knicks. They lose by 40. I've got Knicks in 5 in this one. How do you see this one going? I think the Sixers can steal a game at home, but I just think they're kind of out of gas. I don't think they should have won the Boston series. Boston lost that more than Philadelphia won it. They also just couldn't miss any shots. So I mean, it kind of goes hand in hand. But yeah, I think the Knicks will have no trouble here, and they will advance to the Eastern Conference Finals. Luke.
Yeah, I think the Knicks will ultimately win because the style of play that really helped the 76ers with Boston is first, they don't have a center. So when Embiid came back, he was an absolutely dominant force. And they live and die by the three. They're literally the Miami of Ohio of the NBA.
Love it.
Like on crack. And like they shot like I think 35-40% in the games they won, and the games they lost they shot in the low 20s to like high 20s. So it's a very hard style to win at. But I think these are two teams that really do have star power. For the Sixers to be a 7 seed and have Embiid, Maxey, Edgecombe has been great. You got Paul George out there, Kelly Oubre. I mean, they've got a really good team. I think it's all going to depend because I think the Knicks will take the first two. They have to win both games eventually to go. I think this could either go 7 or, like you said, it's going 5. I don't think because I think if they steal both, it'll just be the home team wins. But if they go 3-1, they're not doing that back-to-back series.
Let's stay in the Eastern Conference. The Pistons did just go final, 10-point win over the Cavaliers. They're up 1-0. I think that actually that game is telling. Yes, I think this Pistons team kind of got over the little hiccup with the Magic here. I mean, the Orlando Magic totally should be in the second round right now. Let's be honest. They completely choked it. I don't even know how you can choke that hard in the NBA, to be honest with you. I mean, but they have like 6 points.
Oh my god!
Like,
yeah, when they scored 18 in the half.
Yeah, I mean that's atrocious. Virginia 2019-esque, atrocious. But there's something about this Cavs team, man, that they are gritty. I mean, they were in this game tonight the entire way throughout. And they even battled back in the second half. Didn't have a great fourth. Only scored 25 points. James Harden had 22 though. I do think it. I mean, you got Harden, you got Mitchell, Spida. I mean, you got Evan Mobley. This team could make some noise, and Max Strus is playing well. I mean, I've got Pistons in 6. I don't think it goes quite 7, but I do think Cleveland makes it a competitive series. I've got Pistons in 6. What do you think?
Yeah, I think Cleveland definitely, like with Mitchell and Harden, can definitely have like the more scoring options. Because like with the Pistons, that was kind of their whole issue. It was like Duren wasn't playing well, and you really only have Cunningham. And obviously Tobias Harris stepped up. But, I mean, Duren is going to have to step up big time in this series because the bigs down low for the Cavs with Allen and Mobley, that's going to be an issue if he's not playing well in his best game. So I do think the Pistons ultimately win. I think it'll be probably, like you said, in 6. I think these are two good teams. I don't really see it going 5, but I also don't see it going 7 because I think the Pistons – after that little hiccup, they're all right. We won our first playoff series in however many years. It is time to go. We're locking in. We're making this finals run. We're the 1 seed in the East for a reason. But we also can't forget the Cavs were the 1 seed last year. So it's not like they're some slouch either. So this Eastern Conference was still very good this year. Like both the East and the West were both very good this year. So, I mean,
moving over to the West, let's go to the game that's ended. Minnesota, man, 2-point win on the road in San Antonio. Anthony Edwards rises from the dead, is back for the second round. It goes off the bench too. I mean, incredible performance by AE. At least the way the score is reading, it came off the bench. Guys, I don't really watch the NBA. I will stat watch, and I'll probably watch the finals, but playoff hockey's on. That takes precedence. And we cannot be like Luke with these multiple TVs. So, it's
well, I'm not even at home right now, so I couldn't even watch
dude, this sounded all sorts of alarms for me. For San Antonio. One, the fact that Wemby went 5 for 17 from the field for 11 points. Yeah, he had 15 boards, but you should when you're 7-2. I'll say it now. I mean, that game was series defining. It was a series defining win by the Minnesota Wolves. They are not even close to done. They just took out that Joker. Now they're taking out the Alien in 6. Wolves in 6. I think they end it in Minnesota. What do you think?
I think Minnesota wins. I think it goes, I want to say 6, but I think this is a 7-game series. And I think because last year when they ended, was it the Suns or was that 2 years ago? They did it in Phoenix. When I think last year,
man, they just brought up some painful memories, dude. I mean,
I know. When they ended the Nuggets last year, it was, I'm pretty sure, in Denver. I think Ant's got that dog. He's not going to be fully healthy, obviously, this whole series and the rest of the playoffs. I think he'll be healthy enough to start by Game 7. I think they win in 7. I mean, the Spurs team, you got to think young, haven't been here. At least this
And they've got
Timberwolves
some
team.
pressure on it now, too.
Yes, this Timberwolves team is young. Timberwolves have last 2 years have been in the playoffs. They have been here. I think that is going to greatly benefit them to get them past the Spurs. And like Wemby had 12 blocks, yes, very impressive. I like he had some shots down the stretch where it's like, you're the dude, you got to hit that. He missed like 2 wide open threes with under 2 or 3 minutes left. That would have completely flipped this game and put them out ahead, but he missed them. And I think also for the Timberwolves, like Mike Conley showing up, having to run the point a little, play a little more because Edwards is hurt. I mean, he dropped 12 points. I mean, like that's a huge thing to have some dude who's literally been waived twice this year to come in and score 12. I mean, that's a huge scoring factor. So I think it's going to be really interesting because you're going to have the Timberwolves are going to have to all play well because Ant's not obviously going to be able to carry him. So
I just looked it up to make sure how many free throws SGA had, and I was surprised. He only has 3 so far. Lakers and Thunder are playing right now. I know Luka's coming back game 3.
oh, he is. That's confirmed.
That's what I believe that's confirmed.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Thunder and 5.
Yeah.
I think they will lose game 3. I mean, he's not going to be fresh. He's not obviously not going to be healthy. I think they can get game 4. It's going to end in Oklahoma City in 5. Obviously, I mean, they've got the refs' blessings, guys. I mean, they're up 8 at the half, and they've shot less free throws in LA.
See, and here's another thing too. Like, if you look at when they've played in the regular season, they've absolutely. I get this is not the regular season. They have dog walked the Lakers when everybody's played too. They literally beat when everybody played for the Lakers. They beat them by 30. Like they have absolutely put belt to them. And the Thunder, I hate it because like part of me is like the NBA is slightly rigged.
Oh, for sure.
And like if the Timberwolves do end up winning this series and you have Timberwolves Thunder, that's 2 small market teams. They're not really going to like that. So you ultimately.
But on the other side, you could have Detroit and New York.
Yes. So, and New York would absolutely hold that thing up. So, or even Philly if they were to get there. But I just don't see with no Luka for if it is even 2 games. I think it's the Thunder in 6. I do think Luka will have a vintage playoff performance.
I do too. I think he has 1 in game 4.
Yeah, I think he'll have 2. LeBron's just too old. I think Reeves is they're just gonna have to all play out of their mind. I could definitely see the Lakers winning the series. I hope the Lakers win this series. I really don't want to see the Thunder win.
That's where we differ, man.
But yeah, I think the Thunder in 6.
I hate LeBron, so I hope the Thunder sweep him, to be honest with you. Moving on to the NHL second round now, we do have some results. Start on the Eastern Conference side. Pivot Western. We've got both games, at least 1 completed. Colorado's up 3-1 in the end of the second. But let's talk about game 1 for a second, where the goalies looked like Swiss cheese. 9-6, 1 empty netter for Colorado. So really 8 goals allowed by Jesper Wallstedt. I mean, but still 6 allowed for Mackenzie Blackwood on Colorado's end. Scott Wedgwood. Mackenzie Blackwood's the other one. I apologize. I got exposed by myself. Anyway, I knew that wasn't right. Colorado's up 3-1. They're probably going to go up 2-0. But it's been very competitive. I mean, Minnesota's outshot Colorado. Obviously, they may have some goalie issues, which I think is weird. I think at this point, unless Minnesota comes back and wins this game, just knowing what I know now, I can't erase that from my mind. I do think Colorado wins in 7. If Minnesota somehow comes back and wins tonight, they're winning in 6. I think it's one of the 2. Colorado is very explosive offensively, but they don't have a great power play. Minnesota, man, just knows how to control the pace of play and the puck. If they can get calmed down on the defensive end with the goaltending, they are going to be a real threat to Colorado, who's yet to lose a game in the playoffs so far. Crazy game 1. So
what I'm hearing is over.
Oh my God, overs. Luke, how do you see this one going?
I'm gonna go with Colorado probably in. I'm gonna go 5. I think they're gonna after seeing. I have never in my like I obviously didn't watch. I was occupied. I've never seen a hockey game, especially in the playoffs, have 9 goals.
Yep.
Like I think that is probably pretty crazy. Like that's probably like
15 total goals.
yeah, that's probably like a combined 25 like runs in the MLB or something. Like you don't
Yeah.
see that very much. And I just think I think they're up 3-1 right now. I kind of think they'll maybe drop one in Minnesota, but they are the number 1 seed for a reason. And maybe it's the break of the what is it, the President's
Yeah,
Cup?
President's Trophy. Yep. On the bottom half of this Western side, Vegas got a 3-1 win last night. And I need to talk about this game for a second. Vegas is the luckiest.
I saw one thing. I saw the icing thing. Did you I think this was this game where the Ducks
Yep.
had like I saw it and I'm like, how the fuck did you miss that?
I don't know how you missed that call. He was clearly behind the red line when he cleared it down the puck. Anaheim clearly got there first. It bounces off the boards. It's a goal. It makes it 2-1 Vegas. They put in an empty netter. Or they scored the third. I believe it could have was an empty netter.
I don't know, I just literally saw the clip of it and I'm like with the very minute knowledge that I have.
Yeah, empty netter. Mitch Marner.
I was like,
Yeah.
that looks like
It was a clear icing. Vegas also just does not sustain any offensive pressure, and they score in spurts, and they get lucky like that very often. Also, yeah, it's Vegas. Jackson Lacombe had a wide open net for the second goal for Anaheim and passed it back. This game should have been Anaheim Ducks winning their first game in Vegas. I just watched the Ducks dismantle my Oilers, so I may be a little recently biased. But I also just don't see anything in this Vegas team that inspires me at all. I've got the Ducks winning in 6 again. This team is young. They're hungry. They want it bad. They're going to make it to the Western Conference Finals, where I think they will get absolutely annihilated by whoever they face. But, I mean, God, I'm kind of bought in on this Ducks team. How do you see this one going?
the Ducks in 7. I mean, it'll be like I think this could just be me, but especially with watching some of the NBA, usually a bunch of these series outside of like, say, Colorado, who's looked like your dominant 1 seeds.
Yep.
They usually go to 6 or 7 games. So, I mean, why not? Go 7. And I want the Ducks to win. They got a cool mascot.
Disney World ass. Carolina's up 2 on Philly. The last game was really close, went to overtime. But Carolina just looks so much stronger. Philly scored 2 goals and ended up blowing that lead. I've got Carolina. I don't think they sweep back-to-back series, but I think they win in 5. I don't see Philly putting up too much of a fight. You think so?
Yeah, no, I don't think. Was it Gritty?
Yeah.
I think he might die here because I watched a little bit of that first game.
Yeah, it was brutal in the first game.
Yeah.
Do not think Carolina's a cup team, though. I think the winner of the Eastern Conference comes out of our next series where Buffalo plays Montreal. Montreal won Game 7 in Tampa on 9 shots on goal.
That was insane.
Jakub Dobesh is playing out of his cranium right now. If that carries over to the second round, Tampa Bay is better than Buffalo, in my opinion at least. Buffalo also has not been here. Neither is Montreal, which makes for a very fun series. We've got the Abs in 6. They're going to end it in the Bell Center, and they may burn the city of Montreal down in essentially a huge party. How do you see this one going?
I see the city of Buffalo getting burnt down.
Oh, man.
In a 7-game series. And Buffalo is coming out and going to the semi or the conference finals.
This is going to be it. These are 2 insane fan bases that head to head. This is going to be nuts. The producer, buy and sell after round 1. We are day traders now, Luke. We're buying and selling on teams after round 1 about the NBA and the NHL. We're going to kick it off with the association. I'm buying the Timberwolves, and I'm buying loads of stock. I think this team just got an insane win without Anthony Edwards in round 1 against the Nuggets, against the Joker. I don't care who's still in the league, the best player in the NBA.
Yeah.
They just got a Game 1 win on the road in San Antonio and completely rendered Wemby offensively useless. I'm buying stock in the Timberwolves. This is a team that could challenge the Thunder to the brink in the Western Conference Finals. I'm selling to the Lakers, dude. one, they toyed around way too much in that Houston series. They could have let they weren't going to start the second round that many days before the other series started. They could have let their entire team rest by getting a 4-game sweep. And they piddle around and let this game go to 6 games. I just, one, I hate LeBron, and I cannot emphasize that enough on this show, but he's old, man. He can't play these many consecutive high intensity games. Regular season is not the playoffs in terms of defending, especially and physicality. Unless Luka goes absolutely out of his dome, and I don't think he will because I think he's hurt. I think they're rushing him back, just like Drysdale, Hyman, and McDavid were hurt. I mean, hockey guys can tough do it. NBA guys are soft as crap. So I mean, I'm selling on the Lakers. I think the Thunder very easily get the job done and knock them out. Luke, who are you buying and selling in the NBA?
So I'm buying on the Pistons now. Gotta think I'm a little crazy. 3-1. They were down 3-1 to the Magic in the first round. This is a young team. Number 1 seed in the East for a reason. I think that was their first playoff win I think this core has had. Like a series win. They haven't had it in a while. They're over the hump. They're going to start rolling again.
I do not disagree with you. I almost bought on the Pistons.
So, I mean, I think the Pistons, they just beat the Cavs in this first game, beat them by 10. I think Cade and them get the boys going. I think they're going to end up making at least the Eastern Conference Finals, if not the Finals. And then I'm selling on the Lakers. I'm always selling on the Lakers because you're going against the Thunder, who have obviously been a juggernaut all year. You have to have Luka. And if Luka's not going to be there for however many games, I can't do it. And in the regular season, I get it's the regular season. The Lakers have been absolutely dog walked by the Thunder, like almost every game, I think outside of one. So I don't really got trust there either. And like LeBron is old. I mean, you have Reeves there, but they're gonna have to all play perfect basketball, and I just really don't foresee that happening.
I agree. Obviously we're both selling the Lakers. NHL, a little bit more in my speed here. You do not want to run into a hot goalie in the Stanley Cup playoffs. And with a offense as prolific as Montreal has, I am buying even more stock in the Canadiens than I am in the Timberwolves. I am terrified. That my girlfriend's team is going to win the Stanley Cup before the Edmonton Oilers do for me. Because neither of the teams have won since the 90s. And they're going to break the Canadian curse, which could be a good thing. Could, usher in an era of nice little back-to-back Jesus Cups. I'd love it. But this does terrify me. This team is scary good, and they are very young, and they're going to be scary good for a very long time. I am absolutely rooting for them to win the Stanley Cup. I have my jersey on for all the games against Tampa. Kotkaniemi jersey for any ball knowers out there. Plays for the Hurricanes now. Anyway, I'm buying stock in Montreal. I'm buying stock in Canada. That'll be the only time you ever hear me say that in terms of Canada's economical provisions, but it's a different podcast topic. And I'm selling the hell out of Vegas. Way too fluky. They play in way too little short offensive spurts. They don't sustain any offensive pressure. They're getting outshot damn near every game. I thought Utah outplayed them for 5 of the 6 games. I think Anaheim's already outplayed them for 1. You just can't win Stanley Cup playoff games that way. And Carter Hart's not a great goalie, or he's not playing great right now. So I'm selling on the Vegas Golden Knights. I'm stock dumping on him, actually. Luke, buy and sell.
So I'm buying on the Ducks. I mean, they beat Edmonton, and now granted, Edmonton was hurt, but like still, Edmonton's been to the final back-to-back years. I mean,
the best player in the NHL.
Yeah, so
arguably another top 5 player. I mean, it's
you take that with it's worth something, even if they were hurt. And you're selling on the Knights. So that's why I bought on the Ducks. So might as well they at least get to the Eastern Conference Finals or the whatever conference.
Western,
Western.
And
that would make a lot more sense. They're in California. And anyways, I'm selling on the Wild. You let up 9 goals. That's all right. That's pretty bad, brother. Like I said earlier, that's literally like allowing 15 runs in baseball. You really don't. I don't think you really see that, especially
not in the playoffs, man.
Yeah, especially in the playoffs. So I'm kind of selling. They're down 3-1 right now. I don't think they'll end up winning this series.
There we go. Buy and sell after round 1 in the NBA and NHL. Let's talk a little baseball, brother. It's going well for us right now. I'll tell you what. Didn't think that would happen.
I know.
Power rankings. Braves, best offense in baseball. Hate to see
And the best staff in baseball.
Yeah, and the best stuff. Hate to see Acuna get hurt again. For Braves fans, I hate the Braves. I want to preface this, but for Braves fans, I hate to see Acuna get hurt again. I've got him at 1 though. I got the Yankees at 2. I think our buddy Chuck may be a little bit right about something. This will be a very good regular season team. Preface regular season. Almost snuck onto my list was the Rays. They swept the Yankees. Just want to put that out there. Number 3, and this nauseates me, but the Cubs. I don't know where the hell this came from. They started out so poorly, and they are on fire, as are the St. Louis Cardinals. They beat the Dodgers 2-1 in their series, beat the Brewers last night, swept the Pirates. This Cardinals team, if they can buy at the deadline around the All-Star break, could win the World Series. If they were to buy at the deadline and sign a couple of relief pitchers, the starting staff kind of has me believing.
Yeah, no, I mean, their mojo.
So, and the hitting lineup was never a question. Never a question coming into the year, at least in my opinion. I thought we were going to be solid for at least 6 hitters. Yes. I think we're solid for 7, maybe even 8. As as soon as we get Pozo out of there, I mean,
has been hitting well, and so like it's just like Scott at the bottom of the lineup, which
Victor Scott's hitting well.
He's hitting well as a player.
Just look, Jimmy Crooks, Blaze Jordan, they're coming up. This is a damn good team, but they're damn good now too. They're at 4. Dodgers are falling a little bit. I've got them at 5. They're stumbling a little bit. They got exposed by our Cardinals. I love it because I hate LA. Chase has it: Atlanta, Dodgers, Yankees, Cubs, and Padres. Although I completely disagree with both of y'all, the Padres. I think they have completely fallen cold. But what are your power rankings, Luke?
So I refuse to rank the Cubs. That is why the Padres are there.
Touche.
So I just want to throw that out there. I'm not ranking the Cubs. They could be undefeated, 182 or whatever.
I don't blame you. I hate the Cubs.
So the Braves, I mean, they've got, first off, we got to throw this out there. Schmallenbach is hurt. I think Strider is either just came back or is about to come back. Those 2 started pitchers. So they're essentially pitching their 1, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys. So their starters aren't there. They have the highest run differential in the league. Drake Baldwin's an absolute beast at catcher. Matt Olson's playing on an MVP level. The MVP list they sent out the other day was terrible. Matt Olson should have been at the top of that thing. I get Shohei pitches and hits. Shohei's not
necessarily doing anything spectacular.
I know. And he's pitching well, but he's not hitting well. And there's an award for pitching well. So
yeah. There is a award for pitching well.
Yes.
It's called Cy Young.
Yeah. So I do think the Braves are the best team in baseball and probably will be for the rest of the year because their division looks awful.
Oh, my God. Man, I'm so disappointed. I root for the Phillies only because of Bryce Harper, and I am very disappointed in how the Phillies look.
And Bryce Harper's hitting 280.
Yeah.
There's nobody else in that lineup sitting because I looked at it today. It's him. There's Brandon Marsh.
Yeah.
He's hitting 300.
Schwarber looks terrible.
I know. But then number 2, the Dodgers are still my number 2 just because they have so much money invested in their team, and they still have 22 wins. I mean, also, Dalton Rushing, which I set this out, went to Brighton High School here. The dude who's looked like an absolute prick, which I thought was kind of funny. But, yeah, shout out Brighton. Yankees are in my 3rd spot.
I did not know that.
Huh?
I did not know Dalton Rushing went to Brighton.
Well, Chip or whatever on the Cardinals broadcast said he was from Memphis. And I'm like,
okay, hold on. Listeners outside of Memphis. Brighton, Tennessee is not Memphis. Yeah. Let's get that right out of the way.
That is 30 minutes. That's 30 minutes outside of
that is what we call the Boondocks.
Yes.
I mean, it's the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, it's 30 minutes outside of Lakeland, which is still way out of Memphis.
Yeah.
So where we're at. But yeah, so the Yankees, Ben Rice just got an extension. He's looked like an absolute beast. They might have the best staff, and Garrett Cole is still not back, which Garrett Cole looked like he drank a little too much Miller Lite, but still a damn good pitcher. So
he is looking chunky.
Yeah. And then I got the Padres here. The whole NL West just for some reason decided to lose at once. I think
I saw they were in a collective 17-game losing streak. Yeah.
Now, the only thing that does worry me about the Padres is Tatis has yet to hit a home run. Now, if you look at him pre-steroid busting the post, it's a big difference with the power, with the hit, with everything. So He has not looked really like himself, like with the power standpoint this year. So they're back down to my number 4. And the Cardinals, I mean, they've won 21 games. And this is a big conflicting thing. 'Cause I think if they're in the wild card hunt, they're not buying. They will not buy at this deadline. If they are 10 games above and leading the division, they will. That is the only way I see them, because I do think Bloom's got a vision. We've got the best AAA team. We've got one of the better.
Which, yeah, shout out Memphis Redbirds, dude.
Yeah.
We got to go to more games. I mean, they are so good.
I mean, we've got a top 5 system in the minors. So if we're not leading this division by 20 at the deadline, we're not buying. And I'm
okay with that,
because we're so young. I mean, Walker's going to be back. Burleson's going to be back. Weatherholt.
If we decide to spend money in the next 10 years, we are going to be very, very competitive.
Yes. And so I'm completely happy that we're going to see some winning baseball. I hope we get into the playoff. I mean, if we made maybe one trade,
Cardinal baseball in the playoffs is
I will be
top
there.
tier.
Yeah,
I'll go with you. I'll pledge it right now. I'll go with you.
No, I will be up there. I don't care what is going on. I will be there. Oh, well, they have to win past the wild card, but I will be there. As if the wild card drive is a drive, I'll be there too. So, but yeah, the Cardinals will slide in at my number 5. You could really put this whole NL Central in at this whole list. The NL Central's been an absolute war this year.
It has.
So, yeah, it was my top 5.
Duties for April 26th to May 3rd. Chase had Ozzy Albies, second baseman for the Braves, had a 400 average, 484 on base percentage, a 1.364 OPS, and 3 dingers. I stayed with you in the NL Central. Not a Cardinal though, which I hate the Brewers too, but man, I got to tip my cap for it too. Bryce Strang had a hell of a week. 474 average, 583 on base percentage, 737 slug, 1 dinger, 4 ribbies, and only 2 strikeouts. It was a great week for Bryce Strang defensively as well. So he is my duty of the week. You're staying with the trend, and well deservedly so, for the NL Player of the Week.
Yeah, no. Shout out ESPN for literally only giving me average hit, home run, and RBIs, because his on base percentage would not pop up. I don't know if I was just being dumb, but Burley hit 450 last week, 1 NL Player of the Week, hit 2 bombs, 9 RBIs. He's just been great at the plate. He walked another, I think, 5 times. So he's really good first baseman too, which he got moved around a bunch when he first got up to the Cards from playing left to playing first, and he's kind of solidified that first baseman position. So I love Alec Burleson.
Me too, man.
A little Burley biscuit. Never hurt nobody.
41 to him. I found my new jersey. I didn't cop. That's my number. So, Swiss Army 5, top 5 NHL playoff environments. Chaser has it as follows: the Oilers, buddy knows ball or puck. Habs, Canadians in second, Buffalo in third, Minnesota in fourth, and Nashville in fifth. Now, I did not specify it had to be this year. I want people that are listening to know that. Go look up a Nashville playoff series if you're too new into hockey and you got in after the Four Nations face-off in the Olympic break. We know what we're talking about. Number 1 for me is the Oilers. Not only do they sell out literally every regular season game, they somehow add some more for the playoffs. The orange towels or pom-poms, depending on the year. If you know ball, that. The annoying goal horn, the song that goes with it with the entire crowd chanting. There's chanting the entire game. That is loud. It is ruckus, and they care about their hockey up in Edmonton, as do I, as an Oilers fan down here in Tennessee. Number 1, Edmonton. Number 2 is Montreal, and they honestly could be number 1 for me. That environment's nuts. Those French people are going nuts for their hockey. It is a religion up there in Canada, but especially in Quebec. Montreal, the Bell Center, tip of the cap. They are insanely loud. Got to up the chant game a little bit. Is honestly rather a 2 for me. I mean, I get it. Different language barrier. Go Abs, go, and allez. Got to up it a little bit, guys. You got to start getting a little personal with these chants. But again, it's literally loud the entire game. There's a buzz in the arena the entire game. It's nuts. Number 3 is Nashville. Go to a Predators playoff game, guys. If you're located in the state of Tennessee, it is insane. Talk about chants, by the way. There is one team that does that right, and it is the Nashville Predators. They have designated chants for every part of the game, and they are insulting, and they are good. Even with 1 minute left to go in the period, they thank the PA announcer. 1 minute to go. Thanks, Paul. I mean, Nashville's an incredible environment, period. In the playoffs, it's absolutely nuts. Southern hockey's on the rise, and it kind of started, I would like to say, in Nashville with their cup run back in 2017 against Pittsburgh. Number 3 for me is Nashville. Number 4 is Colorado. I mean, obviously, it is a more hockey-apt environment up in Denver. Um, they just, the pom-poms, man. And actually looking back at it now, I probably should have thrown Winnipeg's whiteout in here, but Colorado kind of accomplishes the same thing with the white pom poms. Great goal song that they all go, hey, hey, hey to. It's the same song that they win in darts with. It's electric to me. Loud the entire time, and not to mention they have really good hockey to root for. So it draws a massive crowd. Colorado does it right in the playoffs. And number 5 is Minnesota. Minnesota is the hockey state. They do every aspect of hockey right, especially their home playoff environment. It is tough to go and win a game in Minnesota on the road in the playoffs. So Minnesota rounds it out for me. Luke, how do you have it?
Yeah, so I kind of did mine based off the noise because I'm not in the lore, obviously. I think these top 3 could really be interchangeable with just sheer noise factor and craziness. But I went with Canadians at 1, especially because whenever they pan out, I feel like, I don't know, I never stayed up for Edmonton.
It is the biggest arena in North America.
Really?
Like in terms of like NBA, NHL. Yeah, obviously not football, but like
yeah.
arena sports. It is the biggest. I think it holds 21,000 or something like. I've been up there. I've been in the Bell Center. It is literally you feel like you're gonna fall out of your seat up at the top. Yeah, it's nuts how many people they can fit in there. Anyway.
Yeah. No, so they're my number 1. Also, I love it. They probably did this for the Oilers too, but I never like really made it up for the Oiler games.
Late games, brother. A lot of sleepless nights.
The like crowd they have outside the stadium.
Oh yeah. Every Canadian team does that.
Yeah, okay, yeah, and that's kind of why Buffalo's here. The crowds are electric. True, I think.
Yeah, the Moss Pit, dude. Buy in on the Moss Pit.
Yeah, so it was loud, and then same with Edmonton. I like one thing I do know. They have all the towels and stuff, which I do kind of vividly remember. I'm not going to call it a terrible towel, but it's just kind of like that thing I just remember. It kind of just pans, and it's just a bunch of orange things waving back and forth. So they're my number 2. Other than the Sabres, when they scored that goal against the Boston Bruins or whatever, when they came back, you couldn't hear anything. I mean, that was so loud, and that is why they're my number 3. And then I remember me and Will, and then obviously the producer were we in St. Louis?
We were in St. Louis watching the game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals against Pittsburgh. Yes,
in a hot tub. It was electric. So that Nashville's a great environment. I would love to go to a playoff hockey game there. Hopefully that will be in our future. And then Minnesota was another. I did peek into some Minnesota hockey, and it was very loud. So they're going to come into my number 5.
As we wrap up every first episode of the week, we do best things that happen this weekend. Go back and listen to last episode, Horse Betters. Nailed it on the head. The Derby winner. Did not know Luke did as well.
Oh, no, I didn't. We were trolling. We picked the the dude who bucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who we had.
Great white.
Yeah, Great White.
Yeah, I saw a tweet. Y'all know where I'm going with this. A guy quote tweets the horse bucking the rider off. Of course, my fucking horse commits suicide right before the race. I mean, it's
apparently too. Trent bet on a horse that withdrew like completely before the whole thing even started. Withdrew. So
anyway, I had Golden Tempo. I know more about horse racing than I would like to admit. So there was education. Like Chase goes, wow, you completely pulled that out of your ass. No. You know how you can slide to make this text thing really small on Snapchat? I said, I may or may not know a thing or two about the ponies. Shree DeVoe has ran well at Churchill Downs all year. And Jose Ortiz, the jockey, him and Irad Ortiz, 2 great jockeys. Jose was totally due for a win at the Kentucky Derby. I liked the 19 post on the outside, and I also knew this horse had the best closing pace in the field. Combined with his 3rd best overall speed, I was like, this horse is going to come from the back. I did not think it would be the complete and total back, but I thought it was going to come from the back of the pack and win. Y'all should have seen my face when I saw the 19 come on the outside and come onto the screen, and I was like, 19's going to win. 19's going to win. Anyway, Saturday was a great betting day because I'll actually go to the bottom now. Me and Chuck went and played golf on Saturday morning, so we would force ourselves to be up for the main card of the UFC Perth. And we hit for the first time ever. We solo parlayed. Never made another parlay. Made one parlay for the UFC main card. Nailed it. Drilled it. Specifics parlay. Drilled it. $5 paid, 151.
So you're telling me the one time
Yes.
I'm in Mississippi.
Yes. We nailed the UFC parlay. Then won the Kentucky Derby. We were big ups on Saturday. And then golf with Chuck was very fun. He beat me again. It's the only first time in history he's beat me in back-to-back rounds.
Broke 100 too.
I played like absolute dog shit. And lost by one. And he played really well. Anyway, shout out Chuck. But dude, Saturday was a hell of a betting day. And then the Habs, closed in town. So getting to watch the Canadians win these playoff games, talking with their father, who, I mean, again, hockey's a religion up there, has been kind of enjoyable. A slight therapy. My sister comes in town the day the Oilers lose Game 6, and I'm pissy on Friday. And she goes, "Oh, do you have pod?" And I go, "What the fuck is pod?" And she goes, "Post-Oiler depression." And I was like, "Yes, I do have pod." And she goes, "It's okay. I'm feeling a little pod myself." And I was like, "Okay." Anyway, go Abs go for the rest of the playoffs. Glad we don't have to see them in the final, because if we'd have lost in the final for the third year in a row, I would need to be put on watch. Luke, what happened this weekend?
So I went and saw Zach Bryan in concert. I didn't really start listening to his music until about a month or two ago, and he's got some good songs, and he is very good in concert. Little strange note. This probably like 40-year-old woman kind of kept rubbing up like that.
Hey, happens at the country concerts, brother. From Start Vegas. Come on now.
Her husband was sitting right there, and it was just a slight bit strange. She kept trying to talk to us, and
you want to go on a trail, brother? Let's go on a trail.
But it was fun. The only bad part about this concert was I drank a little too much and had to pee for the last hour.
Oh, that's
not getting up. So like I was like, they were playing Revival. Revival went on for 20 minutes, and I like sit down. I couldn't sit down because it hurt so bad. I'm thinking how bad I had to pee.
Yeah, the beer peas, man.
But it was such a great concert. So, and that'll kind of parlay me into my second thing, which was beer. I drank a whole lot of beer.
I'd love to hear it.
Yeah. Very, very depressing too, because I bought a 24-pack, set it on my truck because I dropped my helmet, and I went to pick my helmet up, and the 24-pack fell off my truck. I lost 3 beer cans that day. It was very sad. That I had
rest in peace.
Yeah, had to force myself to have a shower beer, which I was not complaining.
Not bad. Wow, really twisted your arm there, didn't you?
But yeah, so I only had like 7 left after basically Saturday, and then I spent way too much money, like another weekend on alcohol. It was a great time, which I'm kind of embarrassed of my number, but the concert hindered my drinking. I only blew a .17 on some crappy little breathalyzer, but I mean,
hey, it's still more than double the legal limit, brother.
Yeah, but I could have drove. Anyways, the last thing is dogs. I bet Michael, the producer's girlfriend, and her roommate both have dogs. And I mean, it's Birdie and Sashi. Sashi, very cute. Actually kind of messed with me a little bit. Birdie, also very cute. Barked a lot. Reminded me of my dog. Got over it eventually, but was basically Daisy on crack. So,
damn.
Those are the best things from this weekend.
Amen, brother. Well, that'll do it for episode 60 of Swiss Army Sports. This has been Will and Luke until Thursday when Chaser rejoins the pod after his concert from tonight. Back-to-back concerts for the co-hosts over here. I mean, hell. At least I'm not running solo episodes again, man. I mean,
yeah, that was
a dark time here in Swiss Army history.
Yeah. When I got a date, it was all hell breaking loose.
More than happy subsided to do a little solo run. But that'll do it for episode 60. Tune in, like and subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Spotify. And again, hey, first time we've ever opened the opportunity for sponsors. Holler at your boy. Holler at us on Instagram or TikTok. We also have an email, SwissArmySportsSP@gmail.com. Have a good night.
Bye. Just gotta kill the recording.